Well, hello and welcome everybody to the New Health Conversation. And for all the censors out there that monitor the community guidelines, we always tell you that the only thing we ever share with our audience is based on peer-reviewed human trial medical studies. There are 10 of them. It's all in the public domain, meaning everybody, all the listeners can go and see the medical proof themselves. We don't make claims, we don't make outrageous claims. Everything we talk about is completely safe. It's absolutely an educational process that we go through. Our website, there's nothing to buy. The only thing we do is we have no products for sale at all, zero. So there's no agenda here other than to be educators and make people aware of what's available in the world. Okay. So, hello, Willie Moore. How are you today? How would you like to know this? How about losing 21 pounds and 38 inches in a month, 5 pounds a week on average with no exercise, no loss of lean muscle mass, actually gaining 6 to 9% lean muscle with no exercise. Most men on this lose 2 to 4 inches off their waist in a week. In a week, if you can believe it. Dr. Karen Green. Hello and welcome, Dr. Karen Green. How are you today? I guess you're not too good. You left in a hurry. So Dr. Karen Green, let me look up and see here. 804. Okay. Well, anyway, who else? Willie Moore, you're still here. So Willie Moore, would you like to know how she lost that kind of, but let me show you some men. Look at this. Curtis lost 40.8 pounds and 52 inches in 30 days with no exercise. Look at his blood work. Look at his A1C. It went from 8.4 to 6.4. His triglycerides from 242, they dropped to 124 in just a month. That is not Photoshop. Look at his stomach on day 1. Look at his stomach on day 30. How would you like to have that happen? So he lost he lost 10 pounds a week. And this is pretty typical. When you look at Andy, 45 pounds and 60 inches in 30 days. And then Christopher, 43.7 pounds, but don't be fooled, that's only 29 days. When he went to 30 days, he lost 45 or 46 pounds. So over and over again, you're seeing the theme. You can lose, as a man, you can lose as much as 10 pounds a week. As a woman, the averages are at least 5 pounds a week, minimum 5 pounds a week. Has anyone ever seen anything like this? I guess not. Boy, this is crazy. How about this, everybody? How about Mary? She lost over 200 pounds in a year and she's been able to keep it off. 200 pounds in a year. And look at, no loose skin. She says no surgery of any kind. This is real. Hello, DMD. How are you? I'm saying hi, DMD. What do you think about that picture? Do you think it's Photoshop? Do you think it's real? She lost 200 pounds in a year and she's kept it off. And this lady over here, Janet, she lost 100 pounds and she's kept it off for 12 years. Sweet Quest, you're back. You were here, I think, the other day. You're on the protocol as far as I know. Am I correct? I'm just wondering how you're doing. Can you tell me how you're doing? I'd love to hear an update from you. Excuse me. But this is more normal, everybody. I mean, 5 pounds a week. How many of you would give anything to lose 5 pounds a week on any diet, any crazy diet that's out there? You're not going to lose 5 pounds a week. I think we all know that. So let me just wait until at least a few more people come on. I don't know, it's Labor Day weekend, maybe everybody. Hello, Cherry. Hello, how are you? So Cherry, what do you think about losing 21 pounds and 38 inches in 30 days? That's not Photoshop, it's real, it's not a diet, it's no counting calories, and there's no exercise at all in these pictures, and they've kept the weight off for 8 or 9 years. This is going to make every single diet out there obsolete. And I feel sorry for all the people that are going on social media and seeing this nonsense out there where people want to sell you recipes and then you get a coach. We coach you for free medical website. See, visit the New Health Conversation. That's a free medical website for any of you to go to see the medical proof. And I mean, it's crazy. She's not the only one. Look at Julie. Look at this, Cherry. 35 pounds in 37 days. You think there's anything on the, hello, Nadir Clarence. I'm saying hello to you. But look at that. What do you think? 35 pounds in 37 days with no exercise. Oh, I guess somebody already left. Jerry. See, what's so crazy to me is this is the only real medical proof on all social media. The only real medical proof. And people don't want to even hang around long enough to find out how they can lose this kind of weight. Or this. women minimum 5 pounds a week with no exercise, no loss of water, and gaining 6 to 9% lean muscle mass. I got it. My dad, because he has cancer, needs to build muscle and not give the cancer sugar. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful, Sweet Quest. Has he started yet? And who's his coach? Is it Dan his coach? I'm just curious. So, Damnedy, do you have a question about how they did this? Because it would take me about 3 minutes to explain it to you if you're interested. Oh, good. Dan's his coach. You can't get a better coach than him, Sweet Quest. And you obviously know Dan's story. And I'm just really proud about that and what he's been able to do and the number of people that he's been able to help, So, Damnedy, give me a yes or no. Would you like to know how in the world she did this? And are you looking to lose weight? That's important because we have people on here who want to gain weight. We have kids as young as 2. We have a lady 91 years old. We have people with no thyroids. I mean, a whole host of people with different reasons that they want to. Oh, so you do want to know. Okay, Damnedy. Are you saying yes, you want to lose weight, or yes, you want me to explain to you how to lose weight? I'm sorry, I'm confused. It's late in the day. It's my 4th podcast. My brain is scrambled a little bit today. But Damnedy, I'll explain it to you anyway. So what they did, this was invented by the top. Now, here's what's different. Instead of these people on both, no, don't be sorry, Damnedy, it's not a problem. And then RFD 1522 has joined us. So anyway, so Damnedy, here's what they did. The researchers who created this, not me, they're voted the top weight loss nutrition researchers in the entire world. Not these people that you see on social media that have no credentials. Oh, I'm a health coach. No, these are real scientists, okay? The top people that have done 100 studies over 40 years, thousands of people to develop this over 40 years of research, right? So what they did was this. They said all diets are failing based on their studies. In 40 years, they never found a diet of what you've lost on any diet is lean muscle mass, which causes 2/3 of people to actually end up weighing more than what they did when they first started out. So they're going on these diets and they're ending up gaining weight. So what they did, they said, if we're going to make anything work, the key to life is this. You need 3 things to be alive: air, water, and nutrition. So what they did is they said, we're going to go find foods. We're going to pick them with high levels of nutrition. That was the simple version. So only 30% of what whatever you spent last month on food, you'd only spend 30% at your grocery store. And you'd get a list from the researchers created, okay? Proteins, fats, carbs, fruits, and vegetables. No calorie counting. They give you serving sizes. So you actually get a list of, like, if it's a protein, how many ounces? If it's a vegetable, is it a third or a half a cup? We give you that for free because the researchers created that. But that's only 30% of what you're going to buy on this, of the money you spent last month on groceries. 70% it's going to be from these other researchers who've gone around the world, Damnedy, to Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, to find foods with huge amounts of nutrition, but small quantities of food. And then what did they do on top of that? They went and they created a new way of eating food. They did. And they got a registered trademark, U.S. Patent Office. It's called protein pacing, where 5 days a week she had 4 meals a day. She started with these exotic foods from around the world. She had lunch from the grocery store, dinner from the grocery store, and a 4th meal after dinner, these exotic foods. She had to have 4 meals. See this ridiculousness, like this time-restricted eating, which is nothing but nonsense. It's just a low-calorie diet. There's not one shred of evidence that it ever has worked long-term, ever, ever, ever. Along with paleo, keto, none of these diets ever work until now. So what they did, 5 days a week, she was having 4 meals a day. And that was really important, was the timing of it. So it wasn't just that she got more nutrition, because they tried it where they had her have breakfast, skip lunch, and do dinner. That didn't work. They skipped breakfast and had lunch and dinner. That didn't work. It was the pacing of the 4 meals over the course of the day. And that was till she lost all her weight. 2 days a week, no food from the grocery store, only these exotic foods from around the world. But this time she ate 8 times a day. She was eating every hour and a half to 2 hours. And what did they find? See, what was so different about this, unlike all the other people you see, and all they ever talk about is the number on the scale, which means nothing. So these researchers did blood, stool, urine, fat analysis, body composition, enzyme reactions, measurements, etc. And what they found, this is removing chemicals from the body. The number one reason to do this is a detox. They proved that they were removing herbicides and pesticides and Scotchgard and Teflon from the body. And one of the reasons, look at her stomach on day 1, look at her stomach on day 30, literally the fat cells were, as we ingest these chemicals, the body's taking the fat, the chemical and stuffing it in the fat cell and causing the fat cell to expand. Don't listen to this lie that you're burning fat on time-restricted eating or any diet, because you're born with a certain amount of fat cells, and that's it. But your body, to protect you from the chemicals, is stuffing them. That's why you all complain about not just how much weight you've gained, but how much fat you actually have in your body. That's a really important point that most people don't even understand. Well, they proved this is a detox. Number 2, they lowered inflammation by 25% in a month. Again, no diet has ever touched this. Third, hunger came down 40% in a month. The need for insulin dropped 41% in a month. How come these clowns, that's what I call them, are not telling you about these medical results? Because they don't have any. They have no medical results at all. You can tell I'm furious at what's going on. In 4 years, they're projecting 86% of you will be overweight and obese. Somebody has to stand up for you before it's too darn late. Because all of you, you're going to lose weight on all of these diets. That isn't the point. But you're all going to gain it back and more. And you're doing real harm to yourself because you're losing lean muscle mass to run your body, which slows your metabolism down. That's why you gain all the weight back. But number 2, you're actually compromising your own immune system. It's not up for debate. Whether it's time-restricted eating, whether it's Cornish zone, you're losing 25 to 40% of the actual pounds you're losing is lean muscle mass. They're telling you, oh, you lose fat. That's a lie. It's just a lie. It's not possible. So this is so important that you get a chance to really change your lives if that's what you want to do. Or you can listen to these people that have not one shred of medical evidence. None. And the other thing she's kept the weight up for 8 or 9 years. I lost 40 pounds in 7 weeks 23 years ago. I've kept it off for 23 years. Now, are you going to believe medical science? Are you going to believe real peer-reviewed human trial studies? Or are you going to believe somebody showing you before and afters on an app and you got to buy recipes? What? Are you kidding me? You're going to fall for something like that? Really? Do you understand when you've got people, here's another big study, why the science behind why diets don't work. Listen to what the experts are saying. Not these people on TikTok or whatever giving you this nonsense. Listen to this. Despite all the ads that say otherwise, it's very rare for people to lose weight and keep it off for good. Not only that, 2/3 of people who diet regain more weight than they originally lost, ending up at a higher weight than when they started. A review of more than 30 long-term studies showed that going on diets actually causes weight gain. The more diets you've tried, the more that you weigh. So not only does dieting not work for long-term weight loss, but it's also associated with increased risk of binge eating, eating disorders, and long-term weight gain. What in the heck are you all doing? You're following this nonsense. It's nonsense. It's in the medical world, it means nothing. They're showing you, oh, you lost pounds on the scale and you got a before and after picture. We've got the before, but the before and afters are coming from the medical studies. And people didn't just lose weight, they lowered blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, triglycerides. Hunger came down 40% in a month. Inflammation, they detoxed the body. This is what should excite you. This is what should drive you to want to know more. Wow, we got 2,900 likes already. That's wonderful. So DAMD, does that make sense to you? And DAMD, that's the free website above your head. Visit the New Health Conversation. I'm going to show it to you right now. Any of you can go type into Google, the New Health Conversation. It's coming up right there for you. It'll take you to the link in Google. Watch this, everybody. There it is, the Google link. And there's the website. Nothing to buy. Only thing there is the medical proof, including #1 an exclusive podcast with the #1 weight loss nutrition physiologist in the world. Or you're going to believe somebody on TikTok with no credentials and no proof. It doesn't matter whether they have credentials or not. Do they have medical proof or not? Are they just giving you a bunch of hyperbole, which is what they're doing? And you're all falling for it. You are. And look around. My God, go to the malls today. Or if you're still on vacation in the United States, it's Labor Day, go to the beach even tomorrow. Look at America. Look what's happening. This is insanity. This is real medical, including, look, 3. You can actually go and click on that and it'll show you the medical proof. How much more do you need to be convinced? You need to convince yourselves, not us. We're not even, if you go there, we're not even going to contact you. Why would we need to do that? We have the medical proof. And if you like what you see, then you get a free coach. Not this, what do you mean you got to buy an app to get a coach? Really? Really? I mean, just forget it. It's just nonsense. Paleo, keto, Mediterranean, time-restricted eating. We got medical doctors and chiropractors and dietitians and nutritionists and fitness people and work. But look around America. Wake up, everybody. If any of these diets worked, if any of them worked, they'd have trillion-dollar companies. Every year we add more and more diets. Why is that happening? Because none of the old diets work in the long run. There's never, right here, I've got it somewhere. Let me read to you from the study. Why you shouldn't count calories. Big study, right? Our researchers found the truth is calorie counting is a terrible approach for weight loss. While counting calories and restricting calories can help you lose weight in the short term, the approach has never been proven to keep weight off long term. What's even worse, 2/3 of people that try any form of dieting regain more weight than they lost. I know they're going to tell you something like time restricted eating, you're not counting calories. You're getting less food. Your body doesn't give a damn about a calorie anyway. It doesn't even know what calories are. You can't count calories. Do any of you know the medical definition of a calorie? If you do, please put it in the chat. What is a calorie? Does anybody even know? Damnedy, thank you very much. You won't be disappointed. And you can see it there, Damnedy, right? The New Health Conversation. Just give me a yes if you can see that. Join from your post, Katricia Richardson. Hello, Katricia. Did I pronounce your name correctly, Katricia? I hate it when I mispronounce people's names. But Damnedy, I want to make sure you visit the New Health Conversation. And if you go there, Damnedy, we will not contact you. You can scroll down and get a free coach. If you decide that, we're not going to contact you. So again, good, Damnedy. Join from your post, Katricia. So Katricia, do you have Health Goddess? Hello. Who else is on here? Let's see. I'm not quite sure. So Katricia, is that how I pronounce your name? And are you looking to lose weight, more energy? Are you just curious? Do you want to know about detoxification? How can I help you? Or how can I help any of you? Are you curious about how in the world you can lose 5 pounds a week with no exercise? That's the low end of what people lose. Look at this 65-year-old man, 40 pounds in a month. He's 40 pounds in a month. And then Andy, 45 pounds in a month. And then Christopher, 43, almost 40, but that's in 29 days. Actually, in 30 days, he ended up losing like 46 pounds. In a month, everybody, in a month. Not 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. And then you look at someone like Janet. She lost 100 pounds and has kept it off for 12, not in a month, by the way, but she's kept it off for 12 years. You going to show me anything else like this on social media? Somebody, I know that I'm attacked all the time because I'm shaking the trees. Because all these diets, none of them have ever been proven to keep weight off long term, ever. Do you understand that? No, the UK is fine. Yes, I'm in the UK. Oh my gosh, what is it, like 12:30 at night your time, Damnedy? No, it's definitely available in the whole UK, not just the UK, but anywhere in the European Union, fortunately. It's not available in all the areas in the world. It's not available in South America. It's not available in Africa. It's not available in the Far East. It's available in New Zealand, Australia, United States, Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and all of the EU, Finland, Sweden, Germany, France, Madrid, 11:30. Okay, that's what I thought. So basically you're 7 hours. I'm in Denver, Colorado, Damnedy, if you've ever heard of it. We have really big mountains, but it's only 4:27 in the afternoon. But are you at least intrigued, Damnedy? And again, in kilos, so imagine she lost 50 kilos and has kept it off for 12 years. Isn't that just amazing? Or this one, that's 10 kilos in 30 days. Because I can't remember, are you guys on metric or, it doesn't matter. I can do it kilos or pounds. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, I just encourage you to go to the website and look at everything. Now, the only thing I will tell you, Damnedy, if you like what you see and you sign up for a free coach, make sure you have WhatsApp. It's a free download, WhatsApp app. You need to download it if you don't have it. And if you do decide you want to coach, put your WhatsApp phone number in because we need your name and your phone, and so the coaches can contact you. The coaching is 100% free. There's no gimmicks. There's no charge for the consultation. They'll go over everything with you, okay? Just so you know. Yeah, the inflammation down 25% in a month. But Damnedy, I want that last point to be clear to you. Do you have WhatsApp? It's really important because we're having real trouble with just your normal country codes, et cetera. And of course, WhatsApp is free anyway, so you can talk to them. Now, remember, 100% free. They're going to follow you the whole time. And through WhatsApp, you can do FaceTime, you can text, whatever. They'll also email you. So understand, it's really important that you're going to get a free coach, because how you do this is really as important as the food you're actually going to buy. 30% you'll buy from your local, and I forget in England, I don't know where you are in the UK. Yeah, okay, Health Goddess, right. Well, Health Goddess, you'll be impressed. I hope I impress you. This is a new medical syndrome. Are you familiar with it, Health Goddess? Called TDOS. The T is for toxins being stored in the fat cells, D for the nutritional deficiency in our body, in our food, O for being overweight, S is for stress. It's a registered trademark, U.S. Patent Office. Peter Greenlaw, who's that? Oh, that's actually me. I did discover it. So when you talk about toxins, I was one of the early adopters, considered one of the big voices in the world for toxic chemicals and what they've been doing to all of us for more than 23 years. I'm very proud of the fact I've written 4 best-selling books. That's one of them. But that's a registered trademark by the U.S. Patent Office. So when you talk about, yes, I am the resource. I am the resource. Now, let me ask you something. So, yeah, to my normal weight. But you probably understand why. So what I'm going to invite you to do, Health Goddess, do you see right above her name, visit the New Health Conversation? Do you see that? That's where you can go to see the medical proof, and if you like, you can get a free coach. Now, were you here, Health Goddess, when I walked through, when I was touching Damnedy and Sweet Quest and everybody else, exactly what did they do in this? Because the thing you'll be impressed about is they did the most extensive medical evaluation of any diet, health, nutrition program in the world. It's not a diet. The weight loss is just a throw-in. The number one reason to do this, believe it or not, Health Goddess, is detoxification. And they did blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis and proved that this was removing chemicals from the body. You'll also notice, look at her stomach on day 1, look at her stomach on day 30. That is the absolute anecdotal proof, but they did medical proof that she's detoxing and her fat cells shrank. As you probably know, you're storing those chemicals inside your visceral fat. Most people don't understand that. They complain about how much weight they've gained, but they don't understand how much fat. I mean, it's so powerful that, for example, Health Goddess, most women on this lose a whole dress size in the first week with no exercise. They were not allowed to exercise. They actually wore Fitbits to prove they weren't exercising. Not that the research was against exercise, but otherwise you would have said, well, they lost weight because it was diet and exercise. No, it wasn't. Does this make sense to you, Health Goddess? Are you curious? Now, here's the website, Health Goddess. You type in the New Health Conversation. The reason I want to show you that, there's nothing to buy on there. The only thing on there is the medical proof. So the Google search is there it is, the New Health Conversation. It'll take you to the website. The only thing on there is the medical proof, including, number 1 is an exclusive podcast with the number 1 weight loss nutrition physiologist in the world, who he and his team created this. But number 3 are the actual medical studies where you can see the proof of everything that I'm telling you. If you go there, we won't contact you. We don't do that. But if you like what you see, you can scroll down and you get a free coach. So again, did you hear me explain what they actually did in order to lose the kind of weight that, on average, they're losing 5 pounds a week. So you're 5 pounds, you probably would lose that in the first 4 days, believe it or not. I mean, because we're used to a lot more weight loss than that being helped. But so again, did you hear what they did? Because for any of you, this is not a diet. It's not based on calorie counting. It's not based on exercise. It really is a detox. And they were able to do it by only allowing her 30% of the food from her grocery store, organic foods, because the food around the world is becoming more and more nutritionally insufficient. So the other 70% of her food did not come from her grocery store. It came from other researchers who'd gone to Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand to find foods with huge amounts of nutrition and small amounts of food. And some of the nutrients come from these blue zones where people live and be 100 years old, okay? So they had the 2 different kinds of foods now. Then they put together a new way of eating, and they got a registered trademark at the U.S. Patent Office called protein pacing, where 5 days a week she had 4 meals a day. She started with these exotic foods from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, the nutrients from those foods. lunch from the grocery store. No, this is not a capsule. There's no products to buy here, okay? Don't get off track with me. So breakfast was these exotic foods around the world, lunch from the grocery, dinner from the grocery, and a fourth meal after dinner. Then 2 days a week, she had no food from the grocery store and ended up eating, ready for this, everybody? Only these exotic foods around the world, but this time she ate them 8 times a day. She was eating every hour and a half to 2 hours. Now what this is, so you don't all get off track, it's intermittent nutritional fasting, not intermittent fasting, not time-restricted eating. It's not fasting, it's not water fasting, it's fasting with nutrition. Because what they were able to do is to let her body detox, basically fast with nutrition. But they have the medical proof. Through blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis, they prove this is removing chemicals from the body. You can see the proof day 1, day 30, but they have the medical evidence in the medical studies that you all can see. And also, she's kept the weight off for 8 or 9 years. Most women on this health goddess lose a whole dress size in a week with no exercise. Men lose 2 to 4 inches off their waist typically in a week. I lost 8 inches off my waist in 14 days. I went from a 42-inch waist to a 34-inch waist, and I've kept it off for 23 years, along with my 40 pounds or 20 kilos that I lost in 7 weeks. I've kept it off now for 23 years. But I'm not, all these people you're seeing here, like April, 60 pounds in 3 months, she's kept it off for 8 or 9 years. And then Julie, look at her, 35 pounds in 37 days. You can see it right there. Look at how much her body shrank. This is not a diet. It works nothing like a diet. So, oh, health goddess. Yeah, but see, let me explain to you. When you think your diet's completely healthy, okay, let me read the research. The research, over the last 25 years, scientific studies indicate that even organic foods, the nutritional value has decreased by as much as 50%. A bowl of spinach from 1957 to today, a bowl of spinach from 1957 to today, the iron levels in spinach have decreased by 4,300%. So I applaud you for thinking you're eating clean. There's no such thing. Our food in any supermarket now, even there were 200 studies on organic, and they proved that organic is slightly better than regular food. The reason the health goddess, they went outside the local areas because they found these. Other researchers have found these foods with tremendous amounts of nutrition that you can't get even if you think you're eating healthy. But it's not just the food, because you're going to buy 30% of the food you'd still buy from your grocery store. It sounds like the food you're probably already eating, but the other 70% you buy directly from those researchers, and then they teach you how to consume it. So it's not just what you're going to be eating, it's when and how you're consuming. And you actually would also get from our coaches this blueprint for success, which the yellows, they're daily videos from the researchers. They're telling you this is why it's safe, this is what it works. No, it's like nothing you've ever done before. It's not a diet, it's not a bunch of recipes, it's totally different. That's why go to the website, and then you get a free coach, you get a free consultation, and they'll coach you the whole time for free. Why wouldn't you take advantage of it? It's like if you could join the gym and you got a free personal trainer, why wouldn't you do it? Okay? If you really want to, yeah, it's not just the depleted minerals, okay? I mean, again, I wrote the definitive book on it, the D for nutritional deficiency, right? And I proved it. And in our research, we found that, right here is chemicals and toxins are stored in the body's fat cells. The fat we really need to fear is the visceral fat that collects around the organs in the abdomen. Visceral fat produces pro-inflammatory meteors, which have been linked to cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. The Journal of Hepatology reports evidence that visceral fat is linked to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and metabolic syndrome. This visceral fat therefore causes stress in the body, resulting in a release of the hormone cortisol. Cortisol's job is to manage stress in the body. With every give, there must be a take. The main side effects of cortisol is when levels are raised in the body shuts off its natural method of reducing fat. This prevents weight loss. So I mean, this, again, I'm not trying to sell my book, don't buy my book, but I'm telling you, we know what we're doing, and I'm considered one of the loud voices in the whole fight against this accumulation of these chemicals in our body. The main reason to do this is detoxification. No diet, health goddess, has ever produced 1 gram of toxin leaving the body. Never. So even though you're eating clean, You're still breathing. Right now, you and I are breathing in the fumes from the coal-fired power plants in China from 2 weeks ago. That's not for debate. Do you know that they did a study on 10,000 municipal water drinking supplies around this country, and they found an average between 400 and 500 toxic chemicals in the drinking water, no matter where it was, okay? You should never drink tap water anyway because of chlorine. There's so many other factors that are involved, but if you think, if you know what you do, you're storing chemicals in your fat cells, this is the only detox ever proven medically that it's really detoxing your body. Does that make sense? Oh, I don't know about the car poisoned me. I'm sorry, I missed something here. I would just say yeah, so I'm just a little bit confused, but that's okay. For me to be confused, I mean, not for you to be, toxic. All I'm saying is, if you really are serious about really improving your health, I would really urge you to go and look at it, because we're not going to contact you if you go there. But listen to the interview by the top weight loss nutrition physiologist in the world. He's rated #1 in the whole world. He's been cited over 9,400 times. And this one of the studies, one of the journals published in was the Obesity Journal, which is considered the top weight loss obesity journal in the world. This, when it came out, was published in 2024. Listen to this, Goddess. It was the #1 downloaded weight loss study in the whole world. In the whole world. This is going to change everything. And again, the main reason to do it is not to lose weight, but to detoxify your body. It sounds like that makes total sense to you. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I didn't know it was from your car. When you said the VOCs, obviously I know what those are, but wow. That is really bad. So I would think Health Goddess should be very, very concerned about this, and you could really, really do something about it. Wow, a brand new car. Oh my God. Jeez, that's just frightening. Wow. Well, I hope you're a little bit curious, at least. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just so crazy. But let me show you, Goddess, when someone never buy a car because of the off-gassing. Yeah. No, I'm with you. I like used cars because you can get such a tremendous deal, even a car that's, a year old. And obviously then the off-gases are not happening. But I want to just show you what happens when you exercise on this protocol. Now, this young man I'm going to show you right now is 43 years old, lives in Costa Rica, surfs twice a day, works out 7 days a week. Did not do this to lose weight, did it to detoxify. And like I said, what the main thing about this is we proved that even with no exercise, they're gaining 6 to 9% lean muscle. But if you exercise, it gets crazy, and he didn't need to lose weight. Wait till you see this. So look at that on day 1. Look at really pretty good shape, but then look at day 5. That's the morning of day 5. Look at the structure, and then the morning of day 12. So 11 days in, look at that transformation. That's with no exercise. Now, people accuse me all the time of doctoring the pictures, et cetera. Well, they can't accuse me this time. That's my youngest son. He's 43 years old. He lives in Costa Rica. We have a 5-year-old grandson who, by the way, was on this from the time when his mom stopped nursing. He was on part of this starting at about 14 months, and he's been on it ever since. So, yes, the food is poisoned. You're right. Brand new car, never buy. Yes, lower body fat. But look at that. Look at that. Is that unbelievable? That change in 11 days. Now, this is someone working out 7 days a week before. The only thing he changed was doing this protocol. But he did it to detox. Obviously, he didn't need to lose weight. He didn't lose any weight at all. He actually gained lean muscle mass. So I'm just saying to you, it's more evidence of how amazing this really is. And then look at this wonderful lady, 200 pounds in a year, and she's kept it off. And look, no loose skin, no surgery of any kind. Do you agree, Health Goddess, if this is what I'm showing? I mean, assuming this is real, it's going to change the world. Why would anybody ever go on? But it's not a diet. It's all about the detox. And for example, Health Goddess, I didn't get to tell you that, maintenance, which I've been on for 23 years, what I do is, well, I have the world's most perfect meal for breakfast, but then every 2 months, I do another 48-hour, the intermittent nutritional detox, fasting. because again, we're still ingesting chemicals. We just can't avoid it. It's everywhere. So it's really a very easy program to follow. And I've maintained I lost 40 pounds in 7 weeks 23 years ago. I've kept it off for 23 years. So hopefully that would be of real interest to you. Okay, no worries, Health Goddess. You know where to go. You see it there, visit the New Health Conversation. Do you see that? Just make sure it's the New Health Conversation. That's all. Go enjoy your walk. I hope it's a nice day wherever you are. And anyway, I'll be interested to see what you think when you go to the website. Okay? You too. Thanks, Health Goddess. Bama Beauty joined. Oh, she's gone. Okay. All right, everybody, listen. This is I think my 5th podcast of the day. My voice is challenged. Would anybody else like to ask me one last question before I end this podcast today? And I normally, during the week, like tomorrow is Monday, even though it's Labor Day here in the United States, I'll come on around 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. In case any of you came on late or you want to tell your friends about it. We're broadcasting 7 days a week. I do 4 to 5 podcasts a day because so many people are anxious to find out about this, amazing breakthrough. Unless you don't think it's amazing, you may not. So, would anybody like to ask me a question? If not, I want you all to enjoy the rest of your evening, night, afternoon, tomorrow, wherever you might be in the world. And I'll be back at it again tomorrow. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye.